got the throwback, rolling on the corner. Now I rock the colors, looking like a owner.
It's just me. Y'all know the name already. It should be on top of the image. My thing is perception. You know what I'm saying? Or better yet, proving yourself. You know, a lot of times in this music business, you might come across a couple good people, and those people might know other people. They might not be so good. They might be even better. But point of the matter is, when you're doing the first impression and you trying to get to know a person, it's hard when you got the internet in your way. What I mean is, like, if people so focused on typing conversations, you really don't get to know the person for who they actually are. You don't hear the sincerity in their voice. You don't hear the emotion behind their words. You only see the letters that combine into words, which also combine into a sentence, which then makes conversation. My whole thing is, when you try to establish a rapport with somebody, it's much better to talk on the phone compared to talking on Facebook. I'm talking about first impression now. I'm saying, not when you already know the person. I'm talking about when you never met the person a day in your life. You might want to, depending on what the situation is, you might want to keep it on the Facebook aspect of things. You might want to keep it on that level. You might not want to advance to the phone calls and all that, because you might not want that person to know your number. People are crazy. People tend to take your number and find out where you live from your number. People, you know, your cell phone got a GPS device in it. You know, most phones have navigation. Like my phone has a navigation system where I don't even need a TomTom. My phone has a TomTom built in it. You know, but it's like every time when you an artist, when you an individual, period, and you're trying to make yourself known in society or in the world at all, you have to prove yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, a lot of people say, you know, I'll put it to you like this: you have managers, and then you have the industry. Now, the managers, they deal with the industry depending on the level of their stature, depending on the level of their experience. If they are very experienced, they know a lot of people in the industry. So therefore, they know and heard everything under the sun, moon, and stars, depending on how long they've been in the industry, aka the game. You know what I'm saying? Not the artist, for the record, the actual industry, the game. You know what I'm saying? So when they going back and forth with different artists, and the artists aren't as serious as they, you know, perceive to be, that leaves a lot of disappointment, because the management team might have real big goals for this particular artist, but this particular artist might not have the same ambitions. Like he might or she might, you know, come across that way, but it's totally different when the actual work ethic has to be performed, when the whole you know, when the execution of different songs and things of that nature has to be executed, it has to be performed. You know, it's easy to talk it, but it's a lot harder to walk it. So when you have a situation like that, and you get that type of situation multiple times, it's a lot harder for the actual artist or the group, whatever the case may be, when they're serious, when he or she is serious, it's a lot harder for them to showcase that sincerity when you're talking through Facebook, you know, or when you're talking through another person. It's a lot harder to showcase that. It's a lot harder to display how sincere you are and how dedicated you are and how persistent you have become throughout your years of creating music. It's a lot harder to do that. Now, the artist goes through the same exact situation because the artist might be involved in dealing with so many different management teams who claim they can do X, Y, and Z and they haven't done it. You understand what I'm saying? So when you in a situation like that, it's both sides of the field. It's not, it's not one-sided type of thing. It's both sides. So it's like, one person may be tired of a situation, but also remind yourself, the artist is tired of the same situation. The same exact thing. You tired of the artist is tired of the management. So, and this, I'm speaking in general. I'm not speaking on behalf of I'm speaking in general right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, my situation isn't that bad. You know what I'm saying? My situation is honestly pretty good. But this isn't about me. This is about the topic in general, proving yourself. So when you're in a situation like that, how do you go about handling the situation? It's hard, when you're trying to prove yourself worthy of a certain position that you can possibly obtain for yourself. You just want the opportunity. That's all you want. You know what I'm saying? You just need that one shot with that one person who can make that one thing happen for you. And that's to make you a star. It's crazy as it sounds. That's how it be. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, like, this is a hit right now, right here.
Look at me now. Look at me now. Look at me now. How? I'm getting paper.
Look at me now. Like,
look at me now. Yeah. I'm fresh as
like, that's the hook. Look at me now. Look at me now. I'm getting paper. Look at me now. Look at me now. I'm fresher than a mud. You know the rest. That's it. How hard is that? Shout out to everybody on that track for the record, because they did their thing when it came to the verses. But the hook is easy. A hook, all you gotta do is find something catchy. It's not hard. The industry, if anything, is a lot easier now compared to when it was later. You know what I'm saying? It's not that hard now. So, actually, it is hard, but the hard part is selling units. Creating songs isn't necessarily the hard part. Selling that song is the harder part. You know what I'm saying? Making residuals, which is royalty checks, which is that after project money. You know what I'm saying? ASCAP money. That's your publishing and all that good stuff. That's the hard part. That's when you need your paperwork to be on point money. You know what I'm saying? So, it's all about proving yourself. And it's so hard when you're trying to prove yourself and you're trying to let these people know that, yo, I am that person, when everybody is saying that they are that person. It's so hard. It's so challenging. When you finally get one, you might have had, I'm going to just spitball a number. You might have had 100 people, 100 different artists say they can do this, they can do that, they can write this, and then when they put under them circumstances and they put under the pressure and they put on the spotlight, they crack, or they fold, or they quit, or they can't do what they was expected to do, or the song that they thought was hot is average, or whatever the case may be. That's the type of situations that management catch. That's the type of situations that management have to deal with. That's the type of situations that I fight through. Because I can conduct the whole album by myself. Am I bragging or boasting? No. I'm just saying that for the record. I can actually do it myself. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of times where I work with different artists, and I've been fortunate with the artists that I work with that, I've been blessed. I haven't had issues where I haven't had many issues. I gotta pay this toll real quick. Hold on, give me a second.
Hi.
How you doing? Thank you. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that's just me. Like, I haven't had many situations where I had to worry about different artists. Like, one artist's name is MDC. I got a couple clips for him. Who else? Who else I do a track with? I did a track with somebody else. I'm like, really low? Oh, Young Solo. Did a track with Young Solo. That's Vivian Green brother. Did a track with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a type of person where I'm not gonna BS you when it comes to the music. This clip getting kind of long. Let me highlight y'all on the next clip. Alright, it's your boy 11 Time with a Passion. 2 dots, 3 letters. See me on the next clip. Alright, part 2 coming up. Alright, holla.